What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? So I see what's going on, everything that just went on with Sauce Walker and his artist. That's a pretty messed up situation. I don't know what to say, but when you see stuff like that, no matter how you feel about it, you got to know that they did something to somebody. You got to know it. As a friend, as a family member, sad to admit it, even as a parent, you got to know they did something because that's a lot of effort. That's brazen, broad daylight, in front of the Westin. With that being said, you just don't know who they done something to because people do a lot of things to get to where they're going in life. And trust me, I know it because when you don't do a lot of BS to get to where you want to be, it's a harder road, a harder, longer road. That's a fitting into that. But let's check out this footage though. Let's check out this footage of what really went down with Sauce Walker and SaysoP.
So we're just gonna get right to it. Right here, when you see the
You see that look like Sauce right there falling.
video, originally we reported that there were two men. There were reports of two shooters. As you can see in the video, there were actually three men that came out of the car. One of the men were he was like kind of looking out. He wasn't really. I don't think he was really a shooter. So that's why we got the original reports of the two shooters. But then also, as they run up to SaysoP, if you notice, Sauce Walker is supposed to be the guy on the left hand side. There's actually shots fired from inside the car, so it could have been as many as four people involved with this shooting. But you see two guys jump out the front, you see one come out the back seat, and then as Sauce Walker, he's kind of walking up and like he's seeing what's happening, but he's kind of like.
But that's what's crazy at, because Sauce on his feet right there, but you don't see who shoot him though.
Standing there, he's not running, he's not like trying to stop it. He's kind of just like standing there almost.
Right there.
Either way, if you pay attention, you can see shots coming out of the car and hitting the sidewalk, like near Sauce Walker's feet. So we're assuming that Sauce Walker, he was hit.
Oh, say the driver might have shot him. Damn, everybody shooting. That's why I say, man, this is crazy. And then well, it's not crazy. Let's be clear. This business as usual. The Italians was pulling up like this, blowing off heads long time ago. Long time ago. Make sure you know that. You know what I'm saying? RIP to that man. Let's see what else they got to say about this, man. I don't think Sauce Walker did this. And then what you gotta understand is, for a label like Sauce Walker's label to pull an insurance job on an artist that haven't generated that much money, it's not worth it. Because now their liability insurance is gonna go up. That means the cost of them doing shows, the cost of them being booked, the cost of them doing events, the cost of their property, like the Sauce Factory, and so on and so forth. So when labels do that type of stuff, you got to know they conglomerates to where it don't matter.
He goes down and he kind of crawls out of the frame. The main part of this follow-up video is really, we originally reported that it was a robbery.
Shout out to Max OP. The street still's talking about dog ran off with 200 grand. I'm gonna tell you something like this. When I made my first $100,000 and I pulled up on Mendota to shoot dice in the back with Troy Yard. Now, didn't nobody know I was sitting on that much money, but I had a few bands in my pocket and it didn't matter if I lost any of it. And I ended up winning that day, but I left out of there with a couple $100, right? And it dawned on me that I was willing to lose several thousand, but I had only left with a couple hundred, but I won that day. And then I quit gambling in the streets and started taking it to the casino. Now, it may take something different for you to realize to stop gambling in the streets, but how about you just take my word for it? And we out. Everybody at the gambling table ain't come to win or lose. They didn't.